Hi guys, I'm Nicola McKenzie, founder and mortgage advisor here at Dunham McCarthy Mortgages. Now in today's video, again, we're following a couple of you on your journey and your experience and finding out how you found your experience whilst buying your first property with Dunham McCarthy Mortgages. So we've been out and about. On today's video, we're speaking to Osaru and Kirsty, who we recently helped with our knowledge and expertise to get onto the property ladder. Now, we have this YouTube channel to give you guys a better understanding of property, mortgages and finance. And from the positive comments that you guys have given over the last couple of years, it sounds like you're finding the content really valuable and really useful. So if you are looking to get a mortgage, to buy property, review an existing mortgage, move home, whatever your situation, then again, I hope that these testimonials will give you confidence and faith of the great service that we are providing. And of course, if that is you and you're looking to buy a property, get a mortgage, then make sure that you head over to the website, find out more about how we can help and book in for a free of charge appointment. But for now, let's listen to Kirsty and Osaru's story and their experience with buying their first home.
Hi, my name is Osaru and I'm an engineer and recently bought a new house. I came across Dunham McCarthy on YouTube actually. About early last year I decided I was looking at buying a house, and nowadays what do? You just look it up on YouTube. There are quite a few people offering advice on the house buying process, but then I came across Dunham McCarthy and I was sold on what I heard. So this was one of the first houses, if not the first house I found. And then after this, I found a few more, another one about 10 miles away. Went to visit that one, and every time I considered another house, what I kept doing was I kept comparing to this house, and none of them seemed to compare very well with this one. What drew me to this one was the fact that it was a new build. It had, I saw the streets, and it seemed like, because it was a new development, it seemed like everybody was sort of around, not quite the same age, but was going through the same experiences as I was. And I felt like this was somewhere where you could have a good sort of community spirit. So when I first called the number, the Dunham McCarthy number, the first person that picked up was Nicola McKenzie. I called after work, so around 5:30 or 6 o'clock, so I was half expecting to get no response, but Nicola picked up, and you could tell she was on her way out. So she picked up, told her I was interested in buying a house. She then put me on to a Jonathan Sizer, who was amazing, and he helped answer all my questions. I had too many questions. I'm sure I bored him with my questions, but he answered all of them. My biggest challenges through the process, there weren't too many to be honest, but if I was going to pick one, it would be dealing with the solicitors. Unfortunately, it just it took much longer than it should, and I had to do a lot of chasing up. So if there's any challenge with the entire process, in the entire house buying process, it would be dealing with the solicitors, unfortunately. Yes, working with Dunham McCarthy, I learned a few new things, like for example the different types of cover / insurance you needed throughout the house buying process. Like I said, because this is my first house, I knew very little about what was needed in terms of cover or insurance for a house, and Nicola definitely helped me, sort of show me the different pieces to consider, whether it was buildings, contents insurance, mortgage protection, income protection. There's all sorts, and that's something I had no idea about, and Nicola helped me sort of navigate my way through those. I would definitely recommend Dunham McCarthy. Like I said, from start to finish, I felt looked after. Again, when comparing to some of the other parts of the process, from start to finish, I felt looked after. poor Jonathan had to listen to all my ramblings and all my questions and all my, you know, nitpicking and all that. So he was very good with me, and Nicola really just helped me see me across the line. So there was no point in the process where I felt like I couldn't go to them to ask a question, or they were sort of putting me on the back burner and dealing with other people. I always felt looked after throughout the entire process. So without a doubt, I would recommend Dunham McCarthy.
Hi, I'm Kirsty, and me and my partner moved into this property at the beginning of last year. So I heard about Dunham and McCarthy through a family friend who'd actually used the services themselves for a new mortgage offer. And we chose to go with them because we're quite familiar with their services as well within the locality. So our point of contact was Nicola. She was very reliable, always on time. She was informative. She went through every last detail with us, explaining things thoroughly, which was really helpful. And she was also helpful in letting us know when we needed to send anything over within the time period given as well. So with a new build property, you do expect teething problems. We didn't have any massive concerns or issues when we moved in. We did have a leak later on down the line that was just due to a connection that was fitted to one of the pipes that was just the wrong connection, that's all. The developer came out to us on the same day as an emergency and fixed the problem straight away. So I love about the house the fact that all the rooms are actually quite big. It's quite a large property for just the two of us, but we have soon filled it, definitely. So we chose this house due to its space, its decent sized garden, and all the area as well, just for our commutes to work for both of us. Okay, so we looked at 2 properties before we came to this one, and that was my choice really. What I wanted us to do was look at properties that were well out of our budget and then work backwards. So we looked at 5-bedroom properties first and thought, right, that's definitely out of budget. Let's go back a bit and find an area where we can maybe get a 4 or a 3 bed with a utility room that we want. So our biggest challenge was selling my partner's previous property. And it was just having the viewers in, having the time around busy shifts for both of us to let the viewers in. A few people were quite keen, so they also wanted to come back as well. So another challenge was that we were selling my partner's previous house to the new developers, and there was a little bit of conflict with communication there with regards to paperwork being signed from their part, then from the buyer's part, but it was all resolved quickly with Nikki's help actually. So Nikki helped us with the home buying process, looking for mortgage deals, helping us to put our house on the market as well, and then just giving us any guidance in between with surveyors or solicitors, what they might have needed during that process. So we were offered additional advice on life insurance, which I had no prior knowledge of this before, but Nikki explained everything, went through the details in the policy and found us both one that would match our job descriptions and our pay slips and all our other outgoings as well, but so that we would still have protection if anything happened to either of us. So I would tell other people to definitely consider DM due to their fantastic expertise, knowledge on property, mortgage deals. I would explain that they're very reliable and they can give you information on mortgage deals, free will writing and purchasing property as well.
So guys, if you want help to get onto the property ladder, get a mortgage, review an existing mortgage, and have the help of Dunham McCarthy Mortgages throughout the process, as Kirsty and Osaru did. If you want a positive experience with buying your next property, then make sure that you head over to our website, dm.mortgage, and book in today for a free of charge appointment. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell so that you never miss a future video upload.